it's supposed to be a continuation of the video about my birth story, my conception and birth story, but that video was already too long, so I decided to make this video separate, make it a different video. So everything is still the same, it's just like an extension of that video. And then yes, I'm going to talk about things they did not tell me about postpartum. I don't want to believe I was depressed, really depressed postpartum. I didn't have postpartum depression, but I had a kind of postpartum moodiness. You understand? I mean, having my baby in my arms was such a blessing, was uplifting and all of that. And then, but that immediately after that period, as they took the baby from my arms, that was it. All of that excitement was gone, totally gone. And to an extent, I think I unconsciously was detaching myself from that baby, because something in my mind, as in something at the back of my mind, kept telling me something could go wrong, so that I wouldn't be so attached to the baby in case something goes wrong. You know, I don't know if you've ever had this feeling of you are in a relationship and you are preserving your heart from getting broken. You understand? So you are giving your love small. You don't want to show how much in love you are. That was what the feeling felt like. It was like I was holding back from expressing my love to this child. I mean, by the time we got home, you know how it was my mom at the time, she started wondering if all was well, because Kachi could, when we got home from the hospital, Kachi could be crying and I wouldn't move from where I was. And just while in the midst of Kachi crying, Kamsi starts crying, I would rush from the room and come and meet Kamsi and not Kachi. Anyways, maybe I was relaxed. I felt like my mom was doing a good job of taking care of her, and so I didn't think there was anything more I could do. But there was the emotional detachment. I was so detached from that baby, as I was so detached from her. And then, I mean, there was no excitement. For someone who just had a baby, you would think that you would be super excited and all of that, but I was not. For Kamsi, I was super excited after her delivery. I was excited even though we had to be going to the hospital every two days after I had Kamsi, I was still excited. This time around, we still had to go to the hospital every two days because she had very high bilirubin, and so every time I had to go to hospital, it was adding to my will I call it frustration or whatever moodiness I was having. Going to the hospital was annoying for me, you know. And you know, they said when there's an Igbo adage that says that when an ant, there's this black ant that used to bite someone, and when it bites you, it's usually very painful. So when that ant bites you, when you see a big fly, you start running. So because of our experience with having a child who had some issues, we were just all suspicious around her. Everything. If she cries too much, we are asking, is she okay? Is she okay? Is there anything wrong? I remember few days after her birth, her father had to haul us to the hospital because he said her stomach was too big. He said her stomach was too big. He hauled us, carried us, let's go to the hospital, let them go and check her, make sure that all is well. And I don't blame him. It's not like we're negative people. We are humans. It could happen to the best of us. If you've had an experience, it takes conscious effort for you not to allow that to overtake your expectations. You know, I remember 3 days after we got home, she was in her crib sleeping, and I came, I looked at her. Every mother, if you're a mother, you have done this. You have gone to check if your child is still breathing. Am I right? I am right. So I looked at her in the crib. I didn't see her chest moving or anything. So I touched her hand, and she just moved it and did not, as in she didn't respond, she didn't jerk or anything. from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, my goosebumps, my hair stood. I had to push her, I had to push her. Push her. Yeah? Don't try my humanity right now. So I pushed her. The poor girl now jerked like, Mommy, Guinea, what is it? What is it? I am here. And all of that. So I pushed her, and then she responded, and then I was like, oh God, help my heart. Help my heart. And I know that for people who have had a kind of loss, a kind of child loss, pregnancy loss, baby loss, and all of that, they would relate more with things like this. When your rainbow baby comes, it's usually it's almost like an egg. You don't want anything to happen to her. And so that's one thing that happened to me. Second thing that happened to me was that I was emotionally out. You know, when I realized that, okay, I need to do some introspection of myself. One grace God has given me, or one thing I have learned over time, is that I am usually, most times I'm the first person to tell myself when I have a problem. Like I don't wait for someone to tell me that I have a problem. So there was this night that my husband, in his innocence, just told me, drop this child, you're sleeping off, you're dozing off, drop this child so that this child will not roll off from your hands. And I flared up. I attacked the young man. He was so shocked. He stood, I was like, can you imagine? He was telling my mom, can you imagine? Because he didn't know where that was coming from, but I attacked him. So forget this girl that is always smiling here. That's one plug unplugged that day. I blasted him. So in the long run, it took me about 10 days before I started warming up to Kachiside, before my heart started opening up to her, before I started carrying her, looking at her like, you are truly mine, you're truly here to stay. It took me about 10 days to do that. So I don't know if any other mom has experienced this, or if you get to find yourself experiencing something like this. If you've ever experienced it, or you know someone who has experienced it, you can share it in the comments with us, and let's all learn from that and how you were able to manage it. I didn't do anything special. I don't know. I didn't do anything special. I just got to, but after that 10 days, I just knew that it's that we have passed danger zone. And also, I would pick her up, I would place her on my chest, I would speak words over her. Those words that I spoke, I wrote over her, I would speak them over her, and that was how I started opening, or my heart started opening up to her. I remember my aunt calling me, and she said that while they were praying the morning after I had my baby, while they were having their morning devotion, that her husband made a prayer and said, God, give Ijoma the grace to accept these two children in her heart and treat them equally. That she was doing the prayer, she was like, why would her husband, that my uncle can be very, very spiritual, he can have spiritual insight like this. So she was wondering why would her husband be praying that kind of prayer. And then I laughed. I told her that, so she said the husband was thinking that I might start treating Kachiside more preferably than Kamsi, because the human feeling of, okay, this is an okay baby, this is a not okay baby, let me give all of my attention to the okay baby and all of that. I said, actually, until reverse is the case, I told her, I said, the reverse is the case. I think Kamsi has taken up all the space in my heart that poor Kachiside is struggling to find space and all. But I mean, right now, those two people, they make my heart go. So it is what it is. So if you find yourself in that point, if it gets to the stage of you wanting to harm yourself or to harm your baby, please seek help. Please seek help. It's scientifically, it's chemical imbalance in your brain. You know, all of your hormones, there's this sudden drop in hormones. Still, there's an imbalance in your brain that is making you do some kind of things that you do not expect that you will do. So you need help. Some people will need clinical help, in the sense that some people will even need pills for it to push up some of those hormones again, to help them to trigger the happy hormones again. Do you understand? So if you find yourself in that point, please seek help. Talk to someone. Talk to your doctor. If you live in a place where doctors believe in postpartum depression, please speak to someone. Speak to a counselor. And then, I mean, there's nothing prayer cannot do. I believe so much in prayers. But what I'm saying is that if you are praying about it and you're not seeing any change, please seek help. Talk about it to someone. Maybe someone who has gone through it would help you walk through it also, or refer you to someone that will help you walk through it. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't want to make this one long. I don't want to make it long at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share some of the things you experienced during postpartum. Let me tell you one thing that is happening. This is 4 months postpartum, and the hemorrhoids I had in pregnancy has not disappeared. It's Jehovah that will help me. They told me that after I give birth to my baby, the hemorrhoids will disappear. The hemorrhoids is still there. It's still there, my people of God. God have mercy on women and what our bodies go through in order to have babies. I hope you enjoy this video. If you think this video is going to help anyone, encourage anyone, bring joy and gladness to anyone's heart, please do share this video with people who need to see it. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the Special Moms family. Join us. There's a lot that we're going to be doing this year. I'm going to be talking to a lot of women. There's a lot to do this year. I'm prepping. This January is like my prepping month. I'm prepping a lot of things this month. From February, we're kicking off full time. There's a lot to do. God give us grace. So please join this family and be one of us. Support us. You don't have to be a special needs mom. You don't have to be mom to a special needs child to be a part of this family. There are people around you who are special need parents that need your support. There's some things that we'll share in this channel that will give you insight on how to support them. Please do well to join our family. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kamsi has been calling her sister since her sister. Kamsi does not joke with that girl. Not talk too much. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. What else they used to do? Share and comment. Put your comment in the comment section. I hope to see you in our next video. Bye.